We'll move on to the other big company, DC. Speaking of the Devils, for all you video game fans, DC Universe Online Legends Issue 1. Nice fold-out cover. So, have you played the game?
Tried it.
This is a setup issue for the series based on the video game. You know, begins with Luthor killing Superman in the first page. We've all seen the preview and the other issues. I'm not ruining anything.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's pretty much the trailer, but it goes a little bit more in depth.
Yeah, we know that Luthor basically sold humanity out to Brainiac, and of course gets screwed over by Brainiac, who was going to screw him over from the beginning anyways.
Because that's what Brainiac does.
Yes, and now he's got to band together with what other heroes he didn't kill in the first few pages. Luthor kills a lot of people, heroes and villains, just in the first couple pages. The art's okay, kind of an interesting Elseworlds kind of feel on it. And
it's kind of funny because Jim Lee designed the game. You think it would have done the comic.
Yeah, that would have been really cool, Jim. What happened, man?
It makes sense.
Yeah. But if you're interested in the game or some of the backstory, it's a decent issue. Enough said.
I thought they gave her the statue. That's sad. Gotham City Sirens number 19. This is one of those books you really got to be into in order to read it, which I love it. It's got some of my favorite Gotham girls in here. Basically, little shock ending, definitely something to pick up and read. Zatanna's in this one, offers Selina, Catwoman, an offer to erase her memories, and then it affects Harley even more so. Check it out.
Continuing with DC, we have one of my personal favorites, The Secret Six, dating back to when it was Villains United.
Yeah.
This issue, they're fighting the Doom Patrol. Why? God only knows.
There's no need.
It's a really funky issue. There's no big point to it, but several things happen. Bane goes on a date. I think he's in a brothel or something like that. Ends up punching the guy's face in, but that was kind of the funny part of it. The battle with the Doom Patrol is actually quite interesting, and the lineup that the Secret Six has now has slightly changed over the few issues, but still maintains the core of you know, Deadshot, Catman, Bane, and it's interesting. And we also have the setup of the grandson of a crime boss that founded the 100 crime family. It's pretty cool what he does to his stepdad with this gnarly laser gun. So this is a fun personal favorite of mine, worth reading. Bunch of villains turned mercenaries, sometimes heroes depending on the story arc. Pick it up.
Batman Beyond. We are in issue 2, and it's Batman Beyond. Pick it up. Everyone loved it back when you were a kid. Honestly, I'm really glad that they made this an ongoing. It started off as a 6-series arc, and they weren't really sure what they were going to do with it, but they pick it up. It's an ongoing series now. Basically, Terry McGinnis's family is trapped in a mall being held hostage by a supervillain. He needs help with the Justice League, but definitely check this out.
Continuing DC's releases this week is Superboy issue 4. Connor Kent has his own monthly title. Okay, whatever that was all about. This continues the story arc with Psionic Lad. Yes, I said that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. A hero from the future, from Earth's bleak future, getting hunted by some punks from Acropolis. He does short work of him with Superboy's help, and kind of just goes back and tells him where he's from, and the typical, I'm from the really bleak future and we need your help and we gotta go back and whoop the bad guys type deal. And he's starting to develop feelings for somebody who's related to Lex Luthor. Yes. So, you know, he's kind of come clean and said, well, I'm partially Luthor's clone, so it's kind of a Luke and Leia thing.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know if you're a Superman fan or Superboy fan. It's an okay read, but nothing really stellar.
On to Batman Odyssey. This is an issue 6 of 13. This is weird. It's really, you have to pay attention to every issue. I mean, honestly, it's pretty wordy. It's kind of exhausting, but still, it's Batman. It's a really good story, and I really want to know where it's going to end up. But just weird. I'm not being words. Honestly.
Yeah, it's Neil Adams back at Batman. Yep.
Weird. Either way, brightest day number 19. We have ended the Hawkman and Hawkgirl era. That made you sad. Yeah, they're dead. I'll tell you now. You should have read it. If you didn't, read it now. Yep. But we are moving on to Aquaman's story. Does anyone care, though, because it's Aquaman? Well, you should, because Brightest Day does amazing work with characters that you really don't really care about. So, definitely pick this up. Deadman's awesome. I got nothing else to say.
Not even your secret fantasy of an Aquaman movie?
Yeah, I saw the pilot for the WB. It made me cry. Not in a good way.
Ooh.
Oh, thank God that didn't get made. It's Aquaman. I mean, really?
Yeah. What else do we got for DC?
We have Azrael. If you have not picked this up, which apparently no one did, because I'm the only one who gets it at the store, but still, read this. It's really good. The writing on here is amazing. The stories that they do are really good. This is definitely one of my picks. Pick it up if you can find it. But definitely check it out. I mean, it intertwines with the Batman universe, and who doesn't love Batman?
Yes. And for finishing up DC, we've got a couple hardcovers that are out this week for some of the more popular releases of last year. The War of the Supermen, which is a big deal, you know, with the creation of New Krypton, the destruction of New Krypton, and a bunch of pissed off Kryptonians coming to Earth. That there was going to be a very small band of Superman's family getting together, and you know, Supergirl, Superboy, Steel, to defend the Earth. So we got Zod in his 100-minute war against the Earth. A lot of death in this one, but it is definitely a good story written by James Robinson, and then Sterling Gates does the illustration. But if you missed the issues of last year, which did sell out, were reprinted, it's a cool hardcover to own. Swing by, pick one up.
Along with, I always do Batman because he's my favorite. The Return of Bruce Wayne. We all knew it was inevitable. It was going to happen. Grant Morrison writes this, does an amazing job. Really, really do have to pay attention to this, and along with a lot of other backstory. If you didn't read Final Crisis, you don't know what the hell's going on. And from there, it leads all to this. Batman, throughout the generations, basically creating his own legacy. Definitely something to pick up. Especially, I mean, we all knew Bruce wasn't going to stay dead, so.
Yeah.
Who stays dead in comics?
Got to increase those sales. But it is definitely cool to have in a hardcover if you own the previous issues. It's nice to sit down and get it all in one read.
Yeah, it's bringing it up month by month was just confusing.
Pretty intense.
Yeah, I had to keep going back and rereading.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it though.
Yep. Especially if you like Cave Batman, Pilgrim Batman, and
Pirate Batman. Then of course Batman.